All right, all right, all right. We are live. Checking audio. Is this working? My screen says it's working, so hopefully you can hear what's going on. Seems functional enough. We are in Thavnair, zone 3 and 5, finishing up and probably going back to the first. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we got back to Thavnair from the moon. Well, we got back to Charlayan from the moon. Charlayan was, of course, in on the whole moon plot. The moon is a spaceship, etc. Um, we went to Thavnair, where things were beginning to go horribly wrong, learned that the apocalypse is underway. The Akasha, which we learned about earlier in the expansion, and is some sort of emotional energy we don't understand very well, is causing people in despair to turn into horrific monsters, which in turn causes more people to go into despair and turn into more horrific monsters, etc. An enormous number of people died. I ended the stream. I ended the stream as we were trying to rescue a couple and their baby. I finished that quest line off screen because I wasn't sure if the game was going to kill a baby on screen, and I genuinely did not want to stream that if it did. And finished that up. The baby did not die. A lot of other people did. A genuinely enormous amount of other people did. It's been pretty grim so far. But we are finishing up here. The satrap is dead. The dragon has revealed himself as the true satrap and taken over. He seems pretty nice. And we're going from there, moving on to probably the first. Let's see. Yeah, we got everything, Thancred. In regards to Rhine, tell her I miss her. We will, buddy. We will. Ooh. Oh, that makes sense. That also makes sense. Excellent. And now, oh, back to Norvrand. I really like Thavnair aesthetically. It's unfortunate that it is so apocalypsy. Oh, but the apocalypse isn't here. All right, first is spared for now. Do I have flight here? I do not have flight here. Mistakes were made. I forget how you get the mount speed boost here. I think it's doing fates, but I've done like 0 of the fates on the first. Shadowbringers was, in fairness, very compelling plot-wise. I 100% would have forgotten to do role quests until the plot suddenly stopped me if people had not yelled at me to do role quests on Discord. You know, end of the world, no biggie. Does the first have a moon? Worrying. Doubly worrying. So can Rhine sense that something's going wrong with the Aether? All right. Can we Aetherite to the empty? Let's see. We whatever. It's 100 gil. Does not matter. I'm curious as to what insight Ryan has in the whole situation. Because the implication was that, the source rots to death and then everything else falls apart because it's basically reflections of the source and can't exist independently. But following event cannot be skipped. Alright. That just means it's going to be a bunch of multiple choice conversations, right? No biggie. Let's see how this goes. Flood to the night's return. Ooh. Reference to people. Mm-hmm. Hades, 100%. I was just gonna be like, hey, here's how all your buddies in the first are doing. Oh, hey, it is. The sword, I say, as someone who has never played a paladin. Well, I guess you could do Dark Knight. The total whiplash of this expansion of, like, getting out of Thavnair and the active, horrible apocalypse and a genuinely startling amount of dead children to the first, which is now really nice and kind and like a fun reminder of all. Oh, hey, hey, Fiol. Yeah, you've heard that one, buddy. Yes. Makes sense. Also makes sense. Does it account for the Warrior of Light's height for this cutscene? No, I would be looking down at all of these if that was the case. Hey, it's Ryan. Great to see Ryan again. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Yeah, the despair apocalypses might doom you without there being anything you can do about it is pretty existentially horrifying. So, ignore how messy my equipment is. Ignore how messy my equipment is. And the amount of stuff I need to sell or get around to trading in. That. All right. It's not bad. I do like most of the armor appearances in Endwalker, and like most of the gear appearances, I guess, in Endwalker. Like Shadowbringers, I felt had a few where I just really didn't like them. But the worst Endwalker has gotten is this isn't 100% my aesthetic so far. Which makes it a little ironic that Endwalker is the first thing where I'm regularly actually switching back to my glamour, rather than going in the bizarre patchwork of whatever the hell it gives me. Let's see if this works. Let's see what new horrifying things about Elidibus we can learn.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
Huh. Huh.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me?
Funny story. Might
I no
awkward
longer
on my
sense those
part.
places beyond. Or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Yeah, I might have kicked off the apocalypse a little bit. You've lost a few feet of height, though.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill.
Yeah?
Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share. I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own.
How much do they
The
understand?
decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes. A conclusion drawn by him. Fandaniel.
Makes
Not
sense.
the him of here and now, but as I knew him. Long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there. And before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief.
Interesting.
He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
I mean, something. Who?
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
What?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
We need to go to the past.
And a truth that fills my heart.
Or is he talking about a Zem?
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course.
We need to steal a DeLorean.
You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Oh, we need to act. Okay.
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
But I could learn.
For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Hell yeah.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it. The burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Where the fuck are we going? I have no idea how you're. I have no idea where the plot is going at this point. Like, this would be wild to describe to anyone who has not actually experienced it. Can I attune an aetheryte crystal in the past? Oh, cool, I'm a ghost. Oh, they were actually just really tall people back then. Very neat. I think they're less enormous than the original Amarosians were, or at least they seem less enormous. It may just be that they're not all, like, ominous and ghostly and look like actual dudes wearing masks. And yes, our brains are all completely, incomprehensibly tiny compared to the massive, impossible brain of Natsuko Ishikawa. Well, it was worth a shot. Makes sense. They all appear to be giant Huel. Wait, if the form is intangible, can we walk through doors? Nope. It was worth a shot, and it would have been pretty neat if they made it happen. Oh. Okay, reversal's gonna be a pain. The Warrior of Light, running around ancient Amarok, screaming obscenities at giants.
And here we are, Elpis.
Ooh.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while. You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Huh.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Is that Emmett?
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image.
Okay.
So let's leave it be. Come now.
Even in Amorat, we had a reputation. Can they hear us?
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Ooh.
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Yeah, it's pretty great finally knowing what it is to be Alphino. Where, yes, we are generally very, very tall compared to everyone we meet.
You may
Now
open your eye.
We are extremely tiny. Are we still tiny? I think we're still tiny. Oh, we're tall again.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
I hope this makes us truly enormous
How
when
very
we're back in the
thoughtful of you.
present.
And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hythlodaeus. Okay. I was correct about pronouncing
Sulking beside me is the most
Perfect.
honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Ooh.
And how might we address you, my new friend? A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
God, I want to tell them just the whole truth.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I think I need to learn about Elvis first.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Huh.
We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Excellent.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
What happens in that scene if you're a Lalafell? Like, do you
Besides,
become an...
having a mysterious life form
Yo!
is the norm.
Do you
rather
just
than the
become
exception here.
absolutely enormous Lalafell, or are you just kind of Lalafell scaled to what the Amarosian equivalent would be? Whoa.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
That makes sense. Oh, I love it. Like a big... The good dog is here.
This presence.
They're axolotls.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
Little wings.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
So previously I've tried to theorize on what I think is going to happen as we go through a zone. And I've been reasonably proud of my accuracy rate through those in previous zones. However, I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen here. Besides, Hermes is presumably up to something that I have to assume is a bad idea, judging by what happens next and what happens with Pendaniel. But, yeah. I dare say you'll enjoy touring it with us, sure. Okay, those are just free company bonuses. Own research. Alright. Can we come back here after the main story's done? Clothes beam. Did he actually give us the? No, don't appear to have been given clothes yet. Okay, once again, I have to ask, why are there so many ads in these nominally non-hostile areas? Okay. So we've got beat up butterflies. But this is okay. So I had erroneously assumed that Favdare was a fifth zone, as it was like we went back, we uncovered a new part of it, and we had new stuff to do there. Do I need to? Do. That's one. Get a different type. Where's a blue? There's a purple. That'll do. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to turn butterflies into roads. I kind of hope we get to meet Azem in person because it does sound hilarious. Like, does he actually mirror just a giant version of whatever your Warrior of Light looks like? Or... Oh, wait, does it... Will it do this for us if we do the thing? No. Okay, so you actually have to go... Ooh. Can we just glamour it on? Right, it would be so first. Yeah. Unable to find that. Alright, so. Nice. There has to be a more convenient way to do this. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so I think it was just those 3 pieces. And they're presumably going to not mind whatever bizarre gloves and hat I'm wearing. Wait, mounts! Oh. Okay, so Elpis specifically creates dangerous creatures, which is part of why we're doing the thing. Neat. Short, dark hair. Can we just annoy people for no apparent reason? Nope. No. Ooh, a unicorn. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Neat. Okay, so I'm going to, on my way out, make a glamour specifically for wandering around this area. Obviously. I'm flattered. Let's see. So we can't pass for Amaroshian even if we're doing the thing. Oh, I guess we only get to ask the questions of one of them. Short dark hair, that's not dark hair, and I presume he's labeled. Ooh. I recognize, I think, most of these as ads from various places. Is that a platypus? That's adorable. Look at the little platypus. Look at that from butterflies. That's adorable. I love it. That is... Oh, it's a hedgehog. How lovely. That's a player, isn't it? Yep. Whatever Kate Sith is, I guess? Or cannot remember what's up with that character for the life of me. Aha. I wonder if the winged girl is another familiar, then. Because all the Amarosians look basically like giant people. I used to be an axolotl. I did what axolotls do.
Ah, you are...
I breathed through gills, my skin was mottled.
Oh! Huh? Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Excitable.
Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts.
Huh. That's
May we please be friends?
neat.
May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
It's Lideus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the convocation.
Emmet Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Aha. On the one hand, she is adorable. On the other hand...
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
I'm not
Very
comfortable with how the child is
Being
referred
an
to as
authority
a
on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are
pet
exacting
project.
in your work.
that might
I
dissipate at
shall
any
look
moment.
forward to your submission.
There have been a lot of dead kids in this expansion so
If we
far.
have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait in the main building yonder.
Huh.
I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
Huh.
The Namastoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
Huh.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish.
That
The
explains
Ambistomas too
a
can
lot
fly,
of things.
if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however. Excuse me.
Well, I guess this explains the Sea of Clouds and the several floating fish enemies.
Two!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
I really like the chill music. I think that's relatively normal cutscene music. I've heard it before, I think. Oh. What? Hey! Greatly appreciated, Corn. Yes, I'm aware. Let's see. Oh, not a playground. Well, we can just slammer. Two. Emperor's New. Emperor's New gloves. Okay. Let's see. Where? Oh, there. Look at the wrong tree. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. One moment. I need to... Wait, no. Oh, I should have G-posed before the cutscene. Oh, well, not quite what I was hoping to get a screenshot of. Alas, I was not quick enough on the screenshot button. Hey, I wonder what's up with Mateon, because I feel like the psychic thing is going to come up later. Yeah. God, I hope we can get one of those as a pet. That's about as good as the Alagan watermelon. Does this place have aetheryte currents? That would be weird if it did, right? It does! That's weird. Well, definitely after the stream, I'm going to have to run around and grab aetheryte currents, but for now, we're going to keep going and see what's up. Because I have questions. Like, how does this all go horribly wrong? And why is the flower named after this place, and why is that important? And what's up with Mateon? Because if I had to take a guess, I think that Mateon, the prototype that Hermes
This
is
appears
working
to be the
on
place.
is somehow using Akasha in the creation of Mateon.
And here is where we part ways.
Huh.
We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There should be a tell the truth option for
What?
this.
Will I have to remove you by force? Yes, I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart.
Oh.
I do not object to his attendance.
Aha.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
No guarantees. It is weird for Emmett Selk to be like a square in the distant past. To be the responsible rules stickler friend who everyone else is trying to get to lighten up.
So, it's finally happened then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you
That's a fun
personally,
sentence to say.
I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand
weird
that you and
eyes.
Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the convocation?
No, it's not that. For a
Oh.
humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
I think Meteon is some sort of Akasha prototype. I'm not sure why, beyond like very emotionally reactive. I'm like there's clearly something deeper going on with her. I'm just not sure what it is. Ah, yeah, so she is. Okay. Huh. Aha. So that would distinguish the big aetheryte from the one here, or the aetheryte at the start from the one here. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I'm 90% sure. Well, the game has pretty much already confirmed what's up with Mateon. Or at least the surface level of what's up with Mateon. Ooh, a hornbill! I love these things. Or, are they called hornbills? I keep forgetting what they're actually called. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's how she talked to us first time we met. Aha. Shoebills, that's the one. Mm-hmm. Let's be real, I have not leveled any of the crafters or gatherers particularly high. Uh-huh. Now the eternal question. Do shoebills get allowed to exist in Final Fantasy XIV? They're actually really friendly to humans, from what I recall. It's probably having a great time with this. Now, if you're a human, shoebills are pretty benevolent and, like, generally think we're neat, if I remember correctly. If you're, if you are food-shaped, foodbills are terrifying. Well, I guess also if you're human, shoebills are terrifying primarily because their primary way of communicating sounds like a fucking machine gun, but, I possibly missed it? I may have forgotten it. I remember the finale of 5.0, I just am kind of blanking on a shoe bill. Huh. Mateon, I like apples. The Warrior of Light, I like ridiculously giant fights. But now, my memory for details is genuinely kind of bad. I forget things very quickly. In part due to the ADD. Possibly in part due to the several concussions I've suffered. But, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I will make it useful. I will keep a candied apple on hand at all times for when this becomes plot relevant. Ooh. Oh, wait, you can manually glamour stuff even if you... I feel very silly. Alright. Still... Okay. Let's just fix that up and... Well, we got a new item, so... Let's grab that first, and then fix that up. Huh. Was the new one... Oh, I just have 35 things already, so... Okay. So if I just glamour on the Sophist row, I'm probably fine. Right. Oh no, I still have the Sophist row. Okay. You know what? Problems for later. Sophist shoes. Sophist Tupadema. There we go. We'll call that good enough for now. Do. Nice having a normal skybox after a couple hours of weather apocalypse. Ooh. Huh. Huh. Okay. That has profound and terrifying theological implications. I wonder if that's the actual definition of what makes a primal a primal. Or like elementals and stuff versus like giant crocodiles. If, say, primals and summons are arcane beings made of aether, and then blasphemies are arcane beings made of akasha, or at least negative akasha. Numa? Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Can't eat, which I think means... Hmm. I have a suspicion that something with Mateon is going to drive this all to tragedy, but I don't know. Maybe this game will just give us a brief respite of nice things before plunging us back into the apocalypse. I mean, I'd been predicting that one of the Scions was going to turn into a blasphemy, and that didn't happen, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. Okay. Let's see. Why am I forgetting? This reminds me of Heaven's Word location, Flying Isles of the Vanu Vanu. I think it's just called the Sea of Clouds.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
Well, we know this one inexplicably
So,
passes its test.
How are we coming?
Ooh.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis.
Mm-hmm.
Entelekes. Like me!
Ooh, what's that mean?
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some
Yeah,
describe
we'd
it
already
as an
got this
essence influenced
explanation
by
before.
feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Oh.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
Oh.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation.
Hmm.
What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis.
Which is why Mateon's aether is
Tis a
so
truly
thin.
esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
She's relying on Dynamis to get around the use
Intriguing.
of aether.
Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Is an older version of Meteon the evil voice after
Our
Zodiark
star,
died?
Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
Makes sense.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
It's the magic equivalent of dark
More
matter.
abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
Is the final days converting ether into Dynamis somehow?
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay, I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether
Huh.
beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelecchies.
I don't think so. Because I've been sucked to do a proper job. That would be interesting.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Okay, so ether thins, making Dynamis more influential, making despairing creatures
Oh dear,
turn into horrible
I'd forgotten
creatures.
about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few
I
more
think we're
things.
still missing some part of the puzzle, because there's some part of this where Dynamis becomes the raging river described, dissipates people's ether and turns them into monsters, but we have, like, the vague outlines of something. You're welcome edition. I love old Emmett South. Aha. Alright. Charybdis. Alright. These are very dragony for, well, I guess there's Leviathan and stuff like it, but they're not, strictly speaking, have to be dragons before Midgard Summer arrives. Huh. I wonder why it's blue. Huh. Huh. uh, okay, let's. I'm gonna need to move my laptop, so one moment while I remove myself from the stream. So this. There we go. And 1, 2. There are. Oh. Ignore that.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emerson. Please teach it to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now?
Great.
And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Sulk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
I'm at Salkus for bullying.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I strive to make his day slightly but measurably worse is a wonderful thing to do to Emmett South.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
That does explain why Emmett Selk could kind of
Thus
go
did I
for the
recommend him for the
one-on-one,
office in
and
my stead.
Elidibus
And I wasn't the only one.
had an
Far
entire
from it.
complex plan to get a power
Countless
up
others vouched for his skill and
for
character.
his fight.
People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand.
Huh.
Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end, but much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
I'm low-key hoping that Azem just shows up.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Are you standing directly on top of the... Oh, okay, we have to wave to him. But can we? No? Okay. Just slash wave. He notices. Excellent. This flies. It does. It does fly. Hmm. I like Hermes' approach to all of this. All right. Back down at Silk. Excellent. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh. Curious. Oh man, it's huge. Okay. Or at least, like, respectably sized. This is going to be significantly longer than I thought. Alright, we're going to do, like, maybe one more quest, I think, and then I'm going to end the stream for the day. But, as I seem to have solved all the audio issues and stuff from last time, we seem to be in a pretty decent place. And so far, this zone's been much less terrifying than the last. So, you know, upsides. Oof, that's definitely not ideal. I wonder, if you're Hure, do you more or less pass as an Amarosian? Because, like, it's really obvious why they can immediately spot that I'm a familiar, even if they don't have Aether Sight or whatever. Because, you know, I've got giant scales and stuff. I like these classy floating park islands. They're just great aesthetically. Okay. He's a dude with blonde hair, right? Blonde-haired dude. Blonde-haired dude. That sky whale is great. I wonder how you get that mount. Nope, not in here. Blonde-haired man. There we go. That smiley is putting me distinctly ill at ease, Lisa. I did not realize how much I was enjoying this, like, kind of serene, cool-down location after the emotional hell of the return to Thavnair. Until I was wondering, you know, why is my chair vibrating? And I looked down, and I've been thumping one of my feet for, like, the past 5 minutes or so. Huh. Hmm. Hermes seems to be, like, bypassing or sidestepping a lot of the various bureaucracy that they've got going on. I'm wondering if that's something we should be worried about. Like, so far it's aggressively benevolent and out of a genuine care for the life of all the things he is responsible for, which are great. But yeah, Mateon clearly gets what's up. Whoa. I'm not sure how these will look, but they at least sound cool. Yeah. Okay, so if in the original timeline we weren't around to... I wonder if we can't change the timeline or if we shouldn't change the timeline. Like, is this going to be a Back to the Future situation wherein, okay, I need to change which window those Discord notifications pop up on. Okay, flowers, so I'll search for one. Makes sense. Let's start here. Alright. Alright, so looking for flowers. A good set here. Oh, so the weirdest thing, for the longest time, I thought that, like, stop and smell the roses meant, like, stop and do something that doesn't actually mean anything, because I could not smell roses, or most flowers, for most of my life, because I had, like, my nose has been seriously messed up into my mid-20s, where I had to, get a bunch of surgery done to have, like, a very degraded... a very degraded sense of smell. So much of, like, the smell of a rose and all of this stuff has made no sense to me for most of my life until someone eventually explained, like, you don't, that no, these do in fact have smells for most people. You're just weird. Let's see. An array of beautiful black flowers that grow in the bed. Their mix of colors forming a pattern. I mean, I'm taller than the hedge. I shouldn't grab them, but I can. Ooh, familiar plant. What is this? Little white flowers. Neat. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty great gift. In fairness, there are a lot of flowers that try to kill you in Final Fantasy, and one that shoots seeds at you is pretty harmless. Ooh, what's this? I don't see flowers. Oh, is it maybe just having some... Nope. This is not a good idea. You've got the spirit, Mateon, but Hermes does not seem to have much luck with flowers. Guy begins. Nothing. Ooh, shiny thing. Oh, thought I clicked it. Huh, that's what a Lalafell looks like. Well, we're all scaled up, so we all just kind of look like Lalafell, so... Or look like a Moroshi, scaled properly. You get what I'm saying. uh. Ah. Oh, they consistently turn dark when Hermes has them. That's a bad sign! Okay. The only other time we've seen them turn dark through some pretty dire situations was when stuff started going all blasphemy. Oh. Oh, this is going to go horribly wrong. This is going to go real bad. Oh no. This is going to be one of those cause the dark future by going back in time to try and learn how you can prevent the dark future things, isn't it? On the other hand, not many people can say they caused the same instance of the apocalypse in multiple ways. You know? That's impressive in and of itself. That's an achievement of sorts. All right. The dude, the myth, the legend, Hermes himself.
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Oh man, I bet the rooms here are cool.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
What is the most fucked up moment we can invoke to turn that thing?
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you.
Yeah, bro, depression sucks. From experience.
May we talk a moment? I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white.
Huh.
A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration?
Oh boy.
Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. Owen asked what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
I really like Hermes. I am very worried about what turns gets him from here to inheriting my memories makes a man damn Daniel.
To so willingly lend an ear to ease my burden. You are a strange one.
Increasingly, I am thematically sad that I'm not playing Dark Knight.
The stars in the heavens.
But man, is
Know you what they
Gunbreaker
are?
fun. Yes, well, does the warrior.
Though it is too far
Yeah,
to tell,
Midgard Somer.
each glittering light
So,
could
yeah.
be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters.
Okay, that's...
Sisters.
How
She
many
has
of
a
them did
great
he
many of
make?
them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show.
you should have run by, people.
But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we
Is
do,
Endwalker an
I
alien
should be glad
invasion
to share our
story?
findings with you.
Is it like
Gratitude for your
Independence Day
kindness.
style? We found life. It's not great out there. something came out,
It's
some like
getting rather late.
feature of Dynemis
We had
that
best
most
find
of
our beds.
Etheria can't
It would not do
like,
for both of us to be sleep deprived on the morrow.
understand or
Come,
interact
Meteon.
with meaningfully.
Let's head back.
Is ruining things? Is
All
that what's
right.
up? I independently launched an interstellar exploration project. Is a wild decision. I do like that, like, the world's genuinely pleasant here, and even when, like, they're doing a bunch of experimentation, animal experimentation, and destroying failed test subjects and stuff, it doesn't feel like the Umbrella Corporation. It feels like aggressively experimental zoology. Wait, is there no room here? I was hoping I could get a room here. We'll give this a little longer before I stop and get to work. Okay. Next task. Comes authorization. Oof. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this. Oh, I should probably at least pick up the Aetherite quest. Actually, yeah, I think that's where I'll end for the day. So yeah, I think that's where I'll end for the day. This has been great. I'm sure it's setting up for some sort of turn to the worse, but I will save that for another day. Probably tomorrow, possibly Saturday, depending. And until then, I will probably do some of the Aetherite quests, and so I'm probably just going to do a bunch of the Amarot side quests off stream, because this place is fascinating. I want to learn more about it. But I hope you've all enjoyed the broadcast. This one will probably stay public because there isn't like some major technical issue I hate that will make me want to keep it quiet. So yeah, see ya.